What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi. We can pretend that we haven't been chatting.
Yeah.
We were just trying to name a character in Taylor's book. And I suggested Chum Bucket, and she said, that sounds great.
That's exactly his name now. Chum. Mr. Bucket.
Prince Bucket to you.
Prince Bucket. Wait, we need a new gesture today. I'm so excited to discover what it is.
Prince Bucket.
Okay, that doesn't feel natural.
No, it doesn't. Sure doesn't.
I don't like that one. Anyway.
Well.
Happy third day of 10K weekend.
Happy last day of 10K weekend. How are you feeling?
So good.
Yeah? You're lying.
Oh yeah, I totally know where I'm going. I have everything sorted out. It's all solid in my head. You have no idea, Natalie. You have no idea.
Yeah. Hey, apparently the chat is saying that we couldn't see you, but you're back now. I could see you the whole time.
How odd.
Could you guys still hear her? Because
I could see me.
I mean, I see you too, and hear you. I also see Trevor's shadow. Anywho, how is 10K weekend going for you?
Okay, honestly, it's going very well. I mean, like we said in last night's, at the end of it, like the main thing was to get back invested and excited about the story, and I'm there. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. The only thing is I took a plot point out, which means I thus am taking away 4 outline points that I had previously. So now present me has to figure out where the heck we're going. And that's why I'm a little stressed about today. But I did already hit 10K last night, so I'm just kind of here to vibe, to be honest with you.
Even though you promised me yesterday you would hit 15K?
I cannot. Maybe. Wait, I should really work on that. I don't know. We'll find out together.
She'll do it, y'all. She'll do it because she can't say no to a challenge.
How's it going for you? How's it going for you?
It's going really well. I did a little bit of writing. You know this because I called you and said, please motivate me. I did a little bit of writing earlier today, which leaves me at just needing 200 more words before I hit 10K.
200?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Natalie. That's
I know.
Great.
I know. I will say some of it was moved over from the last draft. So I probably only wrote like 1,000 words. But I'm going to take it.
That's okay.
Plus, I'll get more than that on this stream. So I'm going to go over 10K for sure. And
easily.
It's very exciting. It's so good. Hey, who the heck are you?
My name? Me?
Yeah, you.
I am so
Who are you?
delirious. Oh my god. My name is Tay. I wasn't reaching for my books. Hello, Reputation. I love you. Anyway, my name is Tay. I'm an indie author, an author tuber, a booktuber, and also best friends with the chaotic woman beside me. And these are my children, Venture Below and Venture Beyond, part of a YA fantasy series. I'm working on the 3rd book, the final book, Venture Alone. I'm on chapter 19 of draft 2, and I'm hoping to publish in September, so you can get the whole series this fall. Yeah, I'm totally not stressed about it at all. It's going to be great, and I'm having a good time.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Everything's Who fine. Are you? Who are you?
Hey. Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. My name's Natalie. This is my channel. Thank you for being here. You know, I write books and I like to read them, and I do those things on the internet. And I'm working on my YA fantasy novel, and that's it. That's all you need to know about me. Oh, I'm doing a challenge where I'm going to finish my book in 50 days, and I have 13 days left. And you know what? It might just happen. It might just.
It might just. Oh, welcome. That's so fun.
Not
Hey,
the
team.
period at the end. Hey, team. Period.
Hey, team. That's
Cody.
how it's still. Hey, team.
Hey,
No,
team.
no, don't come up here. No, no.
Ooh. All right. Well, we've been streaming too much. I've run out of things to say.
Anybody got questions? Anybody have questions?
Yep.
Anybody got questions? What are you guys working on?
Oh yeah. Hey, literally, how do you stream?
What are you guys working on in the chat? You know?
Yes. And like yesterday,
wow.
please be specific. Tell me what specific scenes you are working on today in your books. I want to know. I'm a nosy Nelly. A nosy Natalie, if you will. Rude. Cody said that is exactly how he said it. So in the meantime, Leah has a question. Do you guys regularly do live streams together or alone, or do you know of anyone who does? First part of the question: do we do live streams regularly?
Usually, yes. We took the month of April off, but we do normally stream Wednesdays midday, like lunchtime, every Wednesday. That's the vibes.
And then Taylor does a bunch of random ones, and I do a bunch of random ones, sprinkled throughout. And then do we know of anyone who does do regular live streams?
Cody.
Cody does. Cody, the writer, who's in the chat.
Anna Robbins.
Brielle does some. Brielle writes. Who else? If you guys know of anyone else, drop in the chat. People who do regular live streams. Here's a good question that is immediately directed towards Taylor. Does anyone have any advice for imposter syndrome? I finished my first draft recently and I'm struggling, is what she wrote in the next one.
Oh, God. You know, I was just thinking about this a few days ago. I don't remember why. Hold on, it'll come to me. I was thinking about imposter syndrome, and well, really, I've been reading a lot more, and it just dawned on me that there are going to be people who don't like my book. Okay, I accept that as that is, because there are billions of us on this planet, and that's a harsh thing to like admit. But I'm reading The Bell Jar, and I just like updated in Goodreads, and I saw like a handful of 2 stars reviews, and I was like, this is The Bell Jar. So that was a very like, okay, like people don't like Sylvia Plath, dude. Like, you know what I mean? So just breaking it down like that, like I can't do this, bro. I can't do this. And so I think accepting that that's like the double-edged sword of writing is that there are going to be people who don't like your book, but there are going to be people who are obsessed with it and love it and fall in love with the characters, fall in love with the world, eat it up. And I have to remind myself that constantly, like when I'm working on this book and this project, of like, there are people who have read the other 2 books and are anxious and love this story. And you have to know that about your story as well, Hope, that you are going to have a reader who does love it. You are. That's what I have to say. I gotta kick this dog out.
Girl, to be honest with you, Taylor, you should make a video all about overcoming imposter syndrome, because I feel like you do it
Let me write it down.
all the time.
Girl, you gotta stop licking me. Stop.
She just loves you so much.
She won't stop. Okay, I'm writing that idea down. That's a great idea.
Yes,
why didn't you answer?
You know why. I don't really struggle with imposter syndrome, which I am very aware is a blessing. So I unfortunately can't answer that. But
I wrote it down. Yeah. I won't forget.
A video coming for you, Hope, soon, specifically made just for you.
Specifically at Hope. For all of us, actually, and myself.
Here's a fun one, and also everybody should answer this in the chat too. What is your go-to productive procrastination task? I'm all about making mood boards.
I love that.
Productive procrastination, what you got?
Mine's a toss-up between Pinterest, just like pinning a bunch of stuff, and then also playlists, kind of. I mean that in the sense that I'll put the playlist on and call it brainstorming. even though I'm just like
I will just spit out my water.
I'm just like doing the dishes, like envisioning my scenes, but I don't know.
That's the motion for today. This is the motion for today.
So day one was it's like similar to day one.
I know, but this is more of a head movement.
Okay, I agree.
With the face.
That felt very natural. Day two was this, in case you missed it. We're recapping. But those are my
go watch all the live streams.
Procrastination, but also just like cleaning my house. It doesn't even pertain to my story, but that's something I'll just be like, I'd rather clean than like write right now. So yeah.
I would love to come back to this question. First, I need to answer this one.
It's like a soup container.
It literally is a takeout soup container. Too. But it holds so much water, and my other cups are so small.
That's water?
This is water.
Oh.
It's water. I promise.
Oh.
So listen, it just holds a lot of water, and I appreciate that. And so this is the cup I have, and
right.
Also mind your business. Anyway, productive procrastination. Let's see.
What do you do?
What do I do? I spend a lot of time plotting and call it working on my book.
It is, though.
I know.
I think
but it's also kind of not. I don't know.
When you know you're procrastinating, that's when it's not.
I guess. I mean, I'm a big fan of Pinterest too, but at a certain point, Pinterest gets like I get too excited about the things I'm pinning and I start writing. I don't know. I don't have productive procrastination. I only have procrastination. So I'm either working on the story or I'm watching TV or reading a book or doing something else. So yeah. I don't know if I'm the best person to answer that. I don't really have that. Anna Robbins just came in and someone said, Anna, we were just talking about you. She goes, oh boy. We were talking about how you stream pretty regularly, Anna. All good things. All good things.
All good things. Only ever. Love it.
Only ever. Okay.
Ooh, that's a good name. I'm gonna write that down.
What is?
Okay. What?
What?
What were you about to say?
No, what did you say?
I'm just writing stuff down.
Guys, we are off our rockers today. I was on a FaceTime chat with Taylor and Cody not even an hour ago. Well, I think we ended like an hour ago. And we were so normal. So what happened in the last hour?
I don't think I was.
You were just disassociating, but that's different. Okay, let's answer one more question before we do our first 40-minute sprint. I didn't even mention, guys, I'm so out of this. Okay, we're doing 2 40-minute sprints with some yapping in between. That's what's happening. Before we do that, let's answer one more question. Nope. How? I'm fine. Okay. How do you remember to turn on the camera? Does it waste a ton of time to set up the aesthetic shots? I ignore the aesthetic shots and just film them. So that part is a Taylor question. But I don't know. I feel like anytime I have something to update about, I think I should probably turn on my camera. I also use my phone, so that makes it easier because it's always near me. I keep my tripod already here so that I have no excuse not to pop my phone in and film really fast and then get back to what I was doing. I don't know. Just like make it as easy as possible, I think. The aesthetic shots, can't answer that. That's a Taylor question.
I love the how do you remember to turn the camera on, because that actually is difficult. Like, I'm filming a writing vlog right now, and I have to remind myself, like, hey, you should probably talk to the camera and update them on like what's going on. Sometimes I think if it's a challenge video, I'm more set on like, okay, this is what our focus is. This is the video, like especially like the 12-hour challenge and stuff like that. As far as the aesthetic shots, okay, hear me out. Just try to keep whatever space you're writing in basically aesthetic, or like one or two things away from being like cleared and like aesthetic, like lighting a candle or having your books or a plant or whatever. Just always set up like I have my desk set up like that, so it always vaguely looks aesthetic, even though it's just, it never moves, like it's just always there. And then the shot, like I just have my camera like beside me at all times, and then you're on a tripod right now that I use for my camera. But when I'm streaming like this, I'll literally just set it on the table like this, and that'll be my laptop like over here, and I'll just be typing, and that's it. And then I'll just record for a few minutes and then shut it off, set it aside. I like B-roll because I personally feel like it inspires me when I watch it in other people's videos. It like makes something in my brain, like the endorphins are like, wait, I want to do that. So I like including it in my videos. So I'll do that. I do have another tripod that I'll sometimes set up, like you said, and just have it there ready to go. So it's very easy to just pop the camera on, get a short clip. I just pretend it's not there. I honestly do. I just forget it's there. I type. I don't think it takes any time at all, honestly.
Yeah. I have a little pop socket on the back of my phone, so I just like set it on a table
Yeah.
like that, and then type for a minute and then turn it off, and I'm like, look, typing footage.
Yeah, I'll think in my head too, like if I know, like for this video I should probably get a few more like shots or angles than what I have right now. I'll try to break it up, so if I know, okay, for this sprint I'm gonna film, the next sprint I'm not gonna film, I'll think I need to get like 3 different angles in my head, and then I'll just be typing for a minute, and then if I need to pause my writing, I'll be like, oh cool, I can move my tripod around for a second. So it's very organic and natural. Like, just don't overthink it is the main thing. Just do what feels natural to you, Leah.
Love it. Okay.
No.
Shall we?
No.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to be working on
this is what we're here for. This is what we're here
I'm going to
for.
be working on chapter 19. My chapter right now has 1,083 words in it, and I'm going to edit the heck out of it. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Just so
I believe in you. You got it.
Just so you know. You guys like my new light?
Is that what that's supposed to be?
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
It looks like a plant stand, but for a
It
really,
looks like
really
a
tiny
wine glass
plant.
upside down. It was free.
Oh. Wait,
it's
flip
actually
it over.
very bright, and it dims. See?
Wait, flip it over.
Why? Like this?
So that it can be like a wine glass.
It's not supposed to.
Oh.
It's supposed to be ugly.
Oh.
But I like it.
My bad.
It like keeps the vibe going. Anyway, I just thought you would want to know. I just thought.
I wanted to know. I did.
I just thought.
Hey, read the last sentence that you just wrote. I can't read mine on the internet, but it is funny.
I don't have that.
What's the last sentence that's currently in the chapter you're looking at?
That was as good an idea as any we'd had before.
I love it. I was like Leah's comment. It's supposed to be ugly. It's called art.
I could put a rock on it.
And then you could say that lamp rocks.
Okay. Bye.
All right, everybody. So
let's get to writing.
40 minutes. We're vibing. It's great. Stay focused. Stay blessed. Everything's fine. I'm going to write more than 200 words and hit my 10K for the weekend. Taylor's going to write 5,000 words and hit, what is she doing? Y'all, I can't with this girl. Can't with her. All right, the sprint is starting. See ya in 40 minutes. Hello, hello. Taylor's frozen, but it's
Am I
fine.
still frozen?
You're back.
I was like, I'm not frozen on my end. What do you mean?
You're like, if I move a lot, maybe it'll. Fine. You were just like this for a really long time. And I was like, oh no. Hey, how'd you do? How'd everyone do? Drop in the chat what you did, how you did, and how you feel about it.
So good. So good. What did I say before? We had like 1,000 words in this chapter?
I don't know. You're supposed to write that down.
Well, now we have 1,456.
Heck
And
yes.
I edited through the whole thing. So now this chapter 19 is done. It says I have 239 words. But, you know, I kept removing, replacing, blah, 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 blah. So, but it's
nice.
It's a torture scene, and I was having a blast writing it.
Torturing your characters.
Nobody look into that. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Everything is great. It's great.
I honestly love this chapter, though.
You loved it in the first draft, so I'm excited that you loved it in the second draft.
I liked it in the first draft. I love it in the second draft. How about you?
I fear I may have slept. I wrote 3,992 words.
Whoa. What?
I probably wrote about 1,500, and the other, I don't know, 1,500 to 2,000 was pulled in from another chapter. But like,
we should do this all the time.
We should do this all the time.
Like all the time.
I'm afraid I accomplish a lot when I actually dedicate time to writing. It's kind of the worst.
I'm so concerned because this is actually incredible how much we're accomplishing.
10K weekend every weekend?
Until we finish this book?
I literally only have 13 days, okay?
So next weekend?
Oh, don't do this to me. No.
I know.
Oh, people are doing good, though. Let's see what everyone else got. Margot got through a continuity update for one scene, put in laundry, and started making dinner. That's a lot of accomplishment in 40 minutes, I would say. Ash got 361 words, feeling okay about it. Okay is better than bad. So I'm here for it. Finally got a somewhat decent book blurb at 331 words. Nice. Can you write mine for me?
You're so good at blurbs, so be quiet. Hush. You're actually so
hard to write it for your own book. It's easier to write it for someone else's book, I think. That's true. 369 words. Watched a good amount of a writing craft lecture while I was walking on my walking pad. Yes, get that exercise in. I have a walking pad right there that I have used approximately twice since December. Added 20 words. Hey, we're here for it. And then caught up watching Naruto. I know what it is. I can just never say the word. Anna did some parenting and then caught up with her mother-in-law and then unloaded the dishwasher. Perfect. I see you, queen. And then everyone was freaking out over the word count. Again, I did write a lot, but a half of that was definitely like...
I'm loving this energy right now. This is good energy!
Hey, remember how before we started this stream, you were like, I'm not feeling it. And I was like, sucks.
I wasn't. And as soon as we started it and I put those headphones on, I was like... I locked in so hard.
Not the tippity-tappy.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Cody got 2 more chapters outlined, about 1,000 words. Jeez. Cody's really killing it with this outline.
Heck yeah, dude.
I skipped some people when I was going down. I've been dealing with some sensory issues. I'm sorry about that. But I got a bit of plot work done, organizing and connecting plot points. Love it. Hannah is currently reading for school.
Amazing.
Better
we love Hannah. We love Hannah.
Than doing homework.
Love you, girl.
Guess reading it. Okay, we got a little time. Should we do some questions?
Oh my god, I would love to answer some questions.
Wait. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not
lines?
on. Yeah, we're doing last lines.
Okay. I'm just gonna really quickly. Sorry, I noticed it. Look at the sun.
The sun. Are you being like
There we go.
abducted? What's it called? Raptured.
Oh my god, I hope. Hold on. Is that whatever? Last line.
Everything's
huh?
fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Line?
Okay, peoples. Last line. If you're new here, that is the last line that you wrote in your book. Not the best line you wrote during the sprint, not the one you think is the best, like, or the cutest or the funniest. The last line that you wrote. Drop it in the chat. I might not have time to read all of them, but I get really nosy and I like to read them in my own time. Hit me, Taylor. Don't actually hit me. Just give me your last line. Can you imagine?
Blank's gaze snapped to mine, and we must have had the same understanding.
Okay. Mine was she steps back and rolls her eyes. Yeah.
Lovely. This world. There we go. But wow.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna read the first few that I see. If I don't read yours, it's not because I don't like you. It's because I can't read all of them. Okay, Cody's was directly in the center of the stone. One of the holes is glowing with a bright white light, like a star in a constellation. Love it. Ian said, a toothy grin fought a scowl and lost. He showed himself out. I kind of love that.
Me too.
Phobos. Phobos. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. And Deimos come back, and Kairos has a panic attack.
All
Relatable.
right, that's an outline.
Relatable. Okay, last one I'm going to do. You guys wouldn't know romance if it slapped you in the face, Lauren defended. And Diana, don't try to defend him by saying he took you to a Mexican restaurant.
I'm honestly living for that.
Guys, I love last lines when they're so out of pocket like that, and you're like, I'm interested. Tell me more.
Yeah, like,
I want to read your books. I'm
love that.
so excited to read everyone's books. Not even like when you publish, just shout me out. Let me know. Send me a book, free copy, signed copy would be great. So, anywho,
yes.
Starred questions. Let's see what I have. How do you prepare for your publishing expenses ahead of time? This is a Taylor question, and also my self-published friends in the chat right now, please drop your suggestions below.
That's a great question, Renee. Honestly, I very much try to do everything to basically free, like as close to free as I possibly can. And I think when it comes to like preparing for the expenses, it's knowing what you need and how much the average cost for that need is. So it's like, let's say you need like a line editor, you should look up what the standard like average pricing is for like a, what is the word when you freelance line editor, like those types of things. Like I would sit down, do a lot of research in what you're looking for, and then create that budget, and then just try to work out like a time frame, so that if you want to do it in like, I'm getting so literal about this, but it's like, like you could do like in your head, like a payment, like, okay, I know in what month is it right now? So it's like, okay, in June, if I want to have
month is it right now?
Listen, you're like, okay, it's June. If I know I'm going to get a line editor that month, I need to spare like an extra $600 or something, and like add that in to like maybe think of it less big instead of being like, I know this is going to cost me $3,000. Maybe put it more in like a practical monthly endeavor. That's just one tip. But as far as like, do you prepare for your publishing expense? I don't. Really all answering the actual question, I don't, because all I pay for is the formatting I just pay a guy on Fiverr to do that for me, and it's like $70 for the whole book. I think this go around, I'm gonna get the Vellum software myself and just do it on my own, because there are some upgrades I want to do to the books and like have like new fun additions. So yeah, that was a very long-winded answer. I'm so sorry.
No, hey, you answered the
That's
question.
so long.
I am preparing for publishing expenses by preparing not to pay them by being traditionally published. So there's my answer. Let's see. Julia wanted to know any advice for writing a duology or series. I'm working on draft 3 of book 1.
Natalie?
Well, only one of us has experience in this area, but from my completely inexperienced point of view, I'm happy to. I've never written a sequel to anything. Well, kind of. Anyway, my advice is make sure you have a story that can sustain more than one book, and make sure that all of them, whether it's 2 books or whatever, has one arc, and then each book has its own arc that builds on the one big arc. That's all I gotta say about that. Also, pet peeve when people over explain the previous book in the beginning of the second or third book. Don't do that.
Oh my god.
Just assume we know. And if someone picks up your book and they're like, what's going on? And then realize it's the second one, that's on them. So
yeah. I won't lie. I think I underdid that in my second book, but I very much was in my head like, you're picking this up. We're starting in a new character. We're following this whole other journey. So like, you'll pick it up as you go type thing for the second book. You'll remember, maybe. Who knows? But as far as like any advice, I was going to say the exact thing that Natalie said, of making sure that you have the overarching problem for like the series, and then the tiny ones you want to accomplish in the individual books. But also, you don't have to listen to me, but like, okay, I've always heard this, but like, you want to leave the reader wanting. You don't want to over deliver. So in that first book, you're laying those foundations. You're giving people the world. You're giving them the characters. You're giving them a taste for what is going to happen. And then in the ending, don't over deliver. I would say under deliver a little bit, and make them want more, and then do that for each book. I think I lean too heavily into that, where I have major cliffhangers. And I know,
but hey, give yourself credit, because those cliffhangers make people pick up the next book.
That's very true.
You're out here selling books, so don't be too hard on yourself. It's working.
Okay. But I also know that some people are afraid to pick it up because they know it's such a big cliffhanger, even though they don't know what it is. And that's fair. That's valid. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm going to add a secondary part of this question, which is I am intending to write the book that I'm working on right now as a standalone with series potential. And the way I would recommend doing that is having a complete storyline, a complete story arc, but leaving conflict in the background that could be escalated in a second book, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I would recommend.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Somebody asked, Anna asked a question that we kind of answered yesterday, but a bunch of people are like seconding that they want to talk about this. So we're going to talk about it. Currently working on a multiple POV and getting their voices distinct. Any tips? And they are specifically written in third person, she said.
Oh boy. I don't have a lot of experience in third person. I have dabbled in it because I was trying to experiment with what is my thing. So I do have one story that's in third person, and it is in multiple POVs. What did I do?
You're like, I can't even remember.
I went with the angle of, so my story that I wrote in that perspective was a love triangle with each of their perspectives of like the same situation, like the same scene. And that was really interesting to write. And so I had one character who was viewing this all with like rose colored glasses and was like obsessed. So that changed the way I wrote that character. So maybe knowing their intention, their goal, like in each scene is something maybe that can help with that. And then I had another character who was the triangle of the love triangle and was like crushing on the girl. And so he was like pissed. He was like, oh, how dare he? And it was very interesting to see the contrast between the guy with rose colored glasses who had no idea that his best friend was into his girlfriend at all. And then I had the girl who did know. And so then that adds a different layer to like the whole thing. So saying all that to boil it down and say, maybe just know like the thing that drives each character and let that kind of influence the way that they perceive certain things that are happening, because that could change dramatically, you know, the way that the voice is coming across. I don't know if that helped at all, but third person.
No, I think it was helpful. I would also say I am not a third person girly. I've tried, I've failed. But something that I think translates from first person, third person, whatever, when it's just multi POV in general, is making sure that each of them know something that the others don't. So like they're keeping secrets or information from each other. So when blank character A is, when we're in their head or whatever, their chapter, we are learning things and gaining information and thinking through things with the lens of this piece of information that the others don't have, and so on and so forth.
I really like
that.
And then good.
Also, I do want to say Joy gave an excellent point that we sort of also said yesterday, but in third person, this helps too. Realize that my characters tend to notice and fixate on completely different things. For example, my female main character is observant and notices small details about the world, while my male main character is more introspective and is also hyper aware of relational dynamics and others' emotions. And then Hannah Grace said, you know, it's good to have metaphors based off your characters' personalities or their interests. Just try and keeping them separate, understanding that they're different characters, and that will change how they view the world.
Yep.
Hopefully that is helpful.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully. We're back with the bad British accents. Okay. Let's do this last one real quick. So the same vein from when we were talking about sequels and all that jazz. Do you have any advice for figuring out whether a story should be 1 novel, 2, 3, etc.? And should I figure that out in the planning stages or just write and find out later?
Natalie?
I don't think it's necessary, but I do think it is helpful to know going in if you are doing a series and how many books it will be, personally. But also, there's no prescriptive way to write a book, so do whatever you want. For advice, figuring out how long it would be, I would say adapt the process the similar way that you would plot a book. I don't know if you plot your books, but it's helpful to me to be like, if you do a 3-act structure, it's easy to immediately think that maybe you would do a 3-book thing, and then the beginning first book would be obviously a full plot, but like mainly the setup of your world. That second book would be the major midpoint of the world, and that third book would be like the finale type of bit. If that makes any sense.
Totally does.
I would sit down, I would try to write down what you think the first book is, and then write the expanded story and what the conflict, like how many conflicts you could come up with. And that would be how many books. I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah, I would also look at like what is your word count goal is also a thing. You know, like if you're okay with writing like a lengthier book, like well over 100K, and like you're wanting it to be larger too, like that gives you a lot more space to play with. And like if I'm writing like a 150K book, like that's a lot that I can put into this story. So it's like that could even help you kind of discern like what you're going for. I really wanted just short little bite-sized books that you just can read and pick up and fly through, and that's why I decided to split it between 3 books. And I did exactly what Natalie said, where I broke it between like 3 structures. It's pretty like, this is the beginning, here's a bunch of middle stuff, and then this is the end.
Yeah.
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 I also do want to point out that Leah said, why is it that every question I ask is answered with do whatever you want?
Because
The
you should
answer
do
to
whatever
that
you
question
want.
is because there are no rules. And anyone who tells you there are rules is trying to get your money.
Lying to you.
To teach you something. Even like the good craft books, like I'll shout out Save the Cat. I do love Save the Cat. Even in her books, she's like, do whatever you want. Like,
Yeah.
these are basic guidelines, but you don't have to follow them. And there are plenty of successful books that don't. So
Exactly. My favorite thing is you learn the rules so you can break them.
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
It is what it is. Okay. Are you ready for another 40?
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm going to be working on it, chapter 20. I'm going to have to change this whole beginning to a different POV, which is going to take so much time. So I don't know what I'm going to actually get done, but we're going to see. This chapter is 2,000 plus words in it, so I love that.
I just realized we didn't actually celebrate that I completed 10K weekend.
Hey, you did?
Yeah.
You did!
By like a lot.
Oh my gosh, what's
Wait.
your count at?
Hold, please.
Oh my god.
Please be holding. Hold up. Just some brief math. Nobody mind me. Everything is fine. Plus whatever number that was.
Hello,
6,582. I'm at 13,109.
Shut up, Natalie. Come on. That's so good. Woo!
I did it. I'm very excited. This is also redemption from the last 10K weekend we did where I had COVID and I could not hit 10K.
COVID.
So, proof I can do it.
Look who's back.
What's up, honey girl?
Okay, I'm ready. Congratulations.
Okay, I'm ready too. Thanks, guys. Thank you guys for cheering me on in the comments. Big fan. Okay, let's write more words. Let's make frickin' do it. Think I can hit 15K? Who's to say? 40 starting now. See you in a little bit. Y'all, I was so in it that shocked me to my core.
Dude, I need to open a window. I turned the AC off because I was getting a little cold, and now I'm a little hot. Oh, it feels so good outside, guys. Look at outside. Wow! Wow!
Taylor, aside,
Honey?
as if we are FaceTiming, I'm working on the ballroom scene right now, and it's killing me.
I know what you were sending me had me blushing.
I know.
It's not even necessary to blush at, and I was
like, right? It's not even.
It's just his aura. What did you
cannot get over the chemistry between these two?
You cooked something in that man's personality that he just came manufactured hot. I don't know how you did it, but you did it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I literally, like, to quote Cody from earlier, I was kicking my feet as I was adding to this scene.
Yeah.
Ooh. How'd you do?
How many words? How many words, Natalie?
You know, I forgot to calculate. Probably like 3,000 again, but I did bring over 2 scenes and then add some. So yeah, I hit 10K for the day.
The day. No. Why don't we do this?
So I'm at 16,000 for this weekend. But I will say I probably only actually wrote like 10,000, and 6,000 is probably stuff that was brought over. But
this is crazy. What happens when you like force yourself to sit down and focus? It's crazy. I did something similar. So chapter 20 needs like a whole overhaul. I kind of need to rethink it, and I was like, I can't be bothered. I need to look at what happens after, because I told you I need to change around what's happening, because I decided to take a whole plot point out. So I decided to drag in some other scenes and like stuff that I know. Okay, you're done. I decided to drag in the next like 4-ish chapters and see what I could work around. And I was just working on a scene in chapter 21, like the beginning of it, that just came to me. And that is like, I don't even know how many words this is. This is about 400. But what I grabbed over gave me a total of 5,100 for the day, making my total manuscript 30,500 words. And I started with 15,000.
Yeah, I'm at 18,895.
What the hell just happened today? This past weekend. Let's do the total.
Right?
Let's do the total here. 3, 5, 2, 7 plus.
This is insanity.
519 plus 5103 equals.
You're doing a great job,
15,149.
Dude, we both hit 15,000 this weekend.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't even comprehend.
No. I'm so few chapters away from part 2. Like, you know how I break up my manuscripts when I'm drafting? I'm like 2 chapters away from part 2.
Wow.
We're like all like, this is like new to me stuff that I'll be writing. Like,
Hannah said we need a breakdown of how much you guys wrote each day, because that total is actually insane. Both Taylor and I are vlogging this weekend, so you will get an in-depth breakdown of how this went down.
Yes, but I have been keeping notes of what I've done each day too, so I can remember. But wow.
Speedy Gonzalez, zoom. We're doing it, y'all. We are doing it.
We're writing a book.
Yeah. We're doing the dang thing, which is so hard, but we're doing it.
I can't.
And you know what? Everyone in the chat, pat yourself on the back, because you're doing it too. Also, I'm very happy to see that everyone is excited about a ballroom scene, even if they have no idea what it's about.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I can't say anything.
Can't say anything.
I'm just a bystander.
Just remember, that I'm at the beginning-ish of my book, and this is inspired by Anastasia. That's what I'm going to give you.
That's a great nugget to drop. Great nugget.
Everyone go watch Anastasia tonight.
I love that movie.
Last lines before we head out for the night and we finish our 10K weekend.
Okay. But the moment I needed the power, nothing happened.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. I'm trying to see the last line I actually wrote rather than the one I moved over. So give me half of a second.
Oh wait, I just thought of a better way.
A plush sofa lined with gold looks big enough for an entire family to sit, held safe and warm by loving arms. That's the last one I wrote. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, how can I do it without doing it? You know, that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
But then the actual last line, not the one that I wrote, was, and then there was a crash and the windows shattered and the rebels were everywhere.
Oh,
so there you go.
Dude. I do have a line that I love just because of the banterness of this. So somebody's like, "What are you doing? You seem to know it all. By all means, continue to do so." And I can't.
I love it. Guys, banter is what I live for.
My favorite thing. It's my favorite thing. It's so good.
I'm obsessed. Okay. Do you want to plug anything before we go, you delightful human?
Oh my god, sure, I would love to. I posted a new video Saturday that you can check out. It's a day in the life. I have a new video going up this Saturday, and it's a book shopping vlog that's super duper fun and cute, and I have a huge haul. Very exciting. Let's see. What else? You can always buy my books, Venture Below and Venture Beyond, on Amazon. It is on Kindle Unlimited, and you can get the audiobooks for both for only $10. That's for both of them. It's $10. So, yeah, highly recommend doing that if you just want to binge the series, because book 3 will be out in September.
Yeah, it will.
Yes, it will. Had to knock on that wood.
Amazing. I love it. Well, this is my channel, and you were watching it, and thank you for that. If you'd like to subscribe, if you had a good time, you know how to do that. There's also a little thumbs up button. Please like the video because it's very helpful. To quote a friend of mine, if you liked this video, I've been Natalie Jane Shields, and if you didn't, I've been Cody the writer. And yeah, stay tuned for our vlogs of the weekend. Stay tuned to see if I will actually finish this book in the next 13 days. You might see some pop-up sprints this week, y'all. Okay, we love you. Thanks for just being the absolute freaking best, Taylor. Bye, everybody.